Have you ever felt trapped by rules, even when your heart told you to do something good? Today, we're diving into a powerful story where Jesus shows us that compassion is the highest law. Picture this. It's the Sabbath, a day of rest, and Jesus is teaching in a synagogue. The air is thick with tension. The religious leaders, the Pharisees, are watching his every move, not to learn, but to find a reason to accuse him. They're looking for any excuse to say he's breaking their strict rules. In the crowd, there's a man whose presence is hard to ignore. One of his hands is withered, shriveled, and useless. He's likely lived with this condition for years, a constant source of difficulty and perhaps shame. The Pharisees see this man not as a person in need, but as bait. They put a question to Jesus, a trap disguised as a theological inquiry. Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath? According to their rigid interpretation of the law, even an act of healing could be considered work which was forbidden on this holy day. They're hoping Jesus will either break the rule and get in trouble, or refuse to heal and look uncompassionate. But Jesus, seeing right through their hearts, doesn't fall into their trap. He turns the question back on them and everyone listening. He calls the man with the withered hand to stand up in front of everyone. The man obeys, and suddenly he's the center of attention. Then Jesus asks a simple yet profound question: which is lawful on the Sabbath, to do good or to do evil, to save life or to destroy it? Silence. No one can answer. How could they argue against doing good? How could they say it's better to let someone suffer than to show mercy? Their silence is their condemnation. They are so caught up in the letter of the law that they've lost its spirit. Jesus looks around at them, grieved by their stubborn hearts. Then he turns his full attention to the man. He doesn't perform a long ritual. He doesn't make a big show. He simply says, "Stretch out your hand." The man, in an act of faith, does as he's told. As he stretches out his hand, a miracle unfolds right before their eyes. His hand is completely restored, just as healthy and whole as the other one. In that moment, Jesus didn't just heal a man's hand, he taught a timeless lesson. Rules are important, but they should never become an excuse to withhold love and compassion. True holiness isn't about perfectly following a checklist. It's about reflecting God's heart for people. This story challenges us to look beyond the rules and see the human beings in front of us, and to always choose kindness. Subscribe for more inspiring miracle stories of Jesus.